going back to your run, like, do you just kind of like pick a few tricks that you obviously want to put in, and then
I usually
find the whole
start with
flow?
like the transfers or the crazy things that I want to do, like using the special features, and then I figure out what links up to those, because usually I have to go super fast for some of those things, like the bikers do, and that's always harder on a board. But I don't know, I just kind of let stuff naturally come, and with this one, it's awesome because we get so much practice, so there's so much time to feel it out and change stuff up, and not feel like the first thing you figure out has to be your run. You can switch it up if you want.
That's right. So we tap on the thing.
Guys, we are live from Ventura.
Woo!
We are at X Games, California.
We're on the road.
We're on the road. It's the second time we've been on the road. First time was X Games in Aspen. Now we stepped it up again. We are in Ventura. We are in the athlete lounge. I know it looks like we're in the studio, but we're not. There may be a bit of noise behind us because every single athlete competing in the X Games this weekend is literally sitting behind us, eating food, watching the competition. It's day one. Qualifiers going on right now, BMX. But technically, it's. I think we're on day 3 of competition because Tom Schaar, our guest right here. Let's give a round of applause to Tom Schaar.
Welcome to the booth.
Tom has already won an X Games bronze medal this weekend.
Woo!
Well, this week.
So he's basically, and he's in what, like 7 other events?
3 other ones, but yeah.
3 other
like
events.
7.
So you competed in Mega Ramp and got a bronze that aired yesterday. It was a pre-taped thing, so
Yep.
congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Wait, that was pre-taped? That wasn't yesterday?
No, it was on Monday.
It was Danny. It was yesterday. Wink, Danny.
It was yesterday, right? I watched it on the plane yesterday. I was like glued to it. It was so cool.
My brother was telling me, he was like, let me know who wins so I can go bet on it in Vegas before they air it.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Could have we done that?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think they'd be on to you, probably.
You think?
Yeah.
You think that the bookies would know? Guys, for everyone that doesn't know, Tom Schaar, Monster Energy athlete, he is competing in Vert tonight. He's already got a bronze medal, and then competing in Park as well. Yes. All right, we're going to drop a little video here, and hopefully this is playing. I'm pretty sure it's playing. Tom, is this all in Israel, this whole part, or it's all over?
The first, like, half of it's in Israel, which is really cool. They actually have some amazing skate parks and stuff.
Is that your first time there?
Yeah, that was my first time.
That's cool. So this movie, this is Airborne, and this came out about a year ago?
Maybe a little more than a year.
A little more than a year ago. And then it looks like you were traveling during COVID there.
Yeah, there was a lot of COVID traveling, weird stuff going on.
How was your COVID times? I mean, were you guys just still out skating every day?
Yeah. I mean, luckily there's like a bunch of indoor kind of like private skate parks that we can go to in San Diego.
Yep.
So we just kind of were going there, staying inside.
Oh, mad respect. Kona Park. That's where I grew up.
Wait, you grew up?
Oldest skate park in America.
Yeah.
I think.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, I always forget that he's like you're Jersey and Florida.
Well, that's where I fell in love with skateboarding. I used to launch out of that bowl. It was so fun. I went back years later and was like, how did I do this as a kid?
Reckless.
I was like out of control.
Yeah, we still are.
Tom, are you working on any new movie pods right now? I shouldn't
slowly
stop
but
there,
surely.
should I? Slowly but surely?
Yeah.
How is it for you? We're gonna stop that. How is it being a competitive skater? And you're here this weekend. You're competing in 3 events essentially. You didn't do the street. You didn't do the real street.
No.
That was pretty gnarly though. Did you watch that?
Yeah. That
Were
was
you there
insane.
or just
No,
watch on TV?
I had to go practice for the
Mega
part.
Ramp.
Yeah.
Pretty cool to see a competition like that though.
Yeah, that's cool. They're doing it like a really iconic skate pot or spot like that, which is.
Now
really
you're
cool to
San
see.
Diego, like, all right, born in Malibu. You lived in San Diego since you were like 13. Rincon, that's where the street skate spot was.
Yeah.
Famous spot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but was it Jamie Thomas that put it on the map, or was it?
I think it was Jamie Thomas.
Right.
I could be wrong about that.
I
but-
think it was.
Backside
Yeah.
kickflip or something. And also I think Steve Barra
Yeah,
had a hammer on that
that sounds about right.
And then over the years, people have come back and destroyed it and done
Yeah,
all different
it's-
things, but never has there been a live competition like that. So really cool. Kudos to X Games for getting real street skate done. And then Mega Ramp. Mega Ramp, you're kind of an all-round guy. What do you prefer? Is it park? Is it mega, or is it kind of being out in the streets, or is it a bit of a combination?
Right now, it's kind of a bit of a combination of all of them. I've just been kind of skating everything because I used to just skate vert when I was a kid. I got kind of bored of that, started moving over to park just because it's so different. You have so many more lines and kind of options you can do. And then now I'm kind of going back to like vert again. I'm having fun. I feel like a little kid.
And Vert's tonight, guys. Vert is at, I wish I had a schedule. I will get that, but I think it's at 6:46.
6 to 7, I think.
6 to 7, live on ESPN, live on Twitch, live on everything else, but ESPN mainframe tonight. Is Vert kind of having a resurgence? Is it coming back?
I don't know. Everyone says vert's dead, which is, it's kind of true, but I think it is slowly coming back a little bit. There's more and more kids that I see when I go to the skate park and skate vert. There'll be 20 kids there sometimes.
Yeah.
Which when I was growing up, it would be me and my friend, and that was it. So I think it is, hopefully.
So, trivia question. You did your first skateboarder to do a 1080 in 2012. You were 12.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was that on the quarter pipe of the Mega, or was that just on a vert ramp?
That was on the quarter pipe of the Mega, so I kind of cheated a little bit.
I mean, it is cheating, but you need something that big to be able to do that.
I call that cheating. That seems more dangerous to hit like a 20-foot transition.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how you look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
So vert skateboarding was one of the first. Brittney, this is good trivia for you. Vert skateboarding was the first event in X Games.
Okay.
And
I
then,
didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was. And then there was like 10 years ago they tried to pull it out.
Yeah.
And then there was a huge kerfuffle. You can't pull out vert
You
skating.
can't pull out vert.
So they put it back in, and then I would say this year it's kind of front and center. I think it's gonna. I think there's. I was on the deck watching yesterday, and it's definitely building up. Jason Ellis is back hosting. Tony Hawk's there.
Yeah.
It's got to feel good to have those guys around, right?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely keeps the show alive. I mean, they're the biggest names in skateboarding, really. So it's good that they're here supporting it.
And if guys, you can hear anything, we are in the athlete lounge. There's haircuts going on behind us.
Skateboards falling.
Skateboards falling, motorcycles, BMXs. It's all. But hey, guys, we are live and on set. Let's get into your trivia here, dude. So Brittney's brought this up earlier. You have 9 X Games medals: 1 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze, big air bronze, big air doubles. Hang on, what's a big air doubles?
They did it one year. It was like half the score was the skating and half the score was the BMXers. You had like a teammate, and you would kind of both go like back to back, and it was kind of a weird one. But
who's your teammate?
I don't even remember who.
Wait, so this is like a doubles tennis
He got
setup.
you a medal too, and you don't even remember.
I think it was Zach. I'm pretty sure it was Zach Gordon. I'm
Hope
pretty
so.
sure. I know. Now I'm gonna feel bad.
That's okay.
And a silver in vert and a bronze in park. You might just be the most rounded out skateboarder here. You've basically medaled in everything you've done.
I just gotta start skating street or something, but that's never gonna happen.
Do you, like, obviously you do skate at times, but watching, like, this park today, right? Like the street park, you got to look at that because it's a bit of a different setup. It's not like an SLS setup, which is kind of like front to back.
Yeah, it's very back and forth.
You could probably slay this course.
I highly doubt that, but thank you for thinking that.
Yeah. I watched guys skate. It's kind of gnarly, right?
It's really gnarly, yeah.
But they can't do what you guys do on the other side. You guys just have a lot more transition. I think it's harder to do what you guys do.
I mean, I don't know. I just am really bad at street, so I watch it and I'm amazed by the stuff that they can do.
Yep.
I don't know if they think the same thing or not, though.
I'm sure they do. I bet like half of those dudes have probably never even dropped into a vert ramp.
Yeah, I feel like
that might be
anything.
true.
I feel like anything you don't naturally just like practice in, you're gonna be more afraid to do. So if you haven't done street, then you're
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh, that looks. But you know,
I guess
anyone
so.
else on the other end?
All right, so back to vert. You grew up in Malibu. There's no. Where were you skating there? Did there used to be a ramp in Malibu?
It was my ramp, actually.
It was your ramp.
Yeah, we my parents built a vert ramp in our backyard, and it actually sadly burnt down like 2 years ago in the fires. That
Oh,
came
wow.
from Malibu.
Oh wow.
Did Trevor
So-
Jacobs grow up riding that ramp?
Yeah. He'd
love
come
Trevor.
over sometimes, and he was skating a bunch.
Trevor's also a lunatic, but we love Trevor.
Yeah, he's been making some headlines.
Yes.
I think he's all right now. I think he's going to be okay.
I mean, I feel
spoke
like
to
he
him.
accomplished what he wanted to, but not the way he maybe wanted to.
Oh, yeah, he wanted YouTube views.
Yeah. and like
That
he's on
works.
like every news
He did
channel.
get. See, Dad said, "Just Dingo, I don't." He told me that these these views are good. I said, "Well, if you're selling T-shirts, if you're dealing with the law, maybe not so good." Who did you grow up skating with in Malibu?
Myself, really. There was.
Was your
nothing
dad
else.
into it? Like to have a ramp? Like
Yeah, my dad like kind of skated when he was my age, but it really was just me. Like some of my friends would come down from San Diego and skate, but most of the time it was just me skating by myself.
right. And then moving
Not
to
that
San
fun.
Diego at 12, 13, is that when everything started to progress? But literally, it says here you were 12 when you did the 1080, so you'd been pretty good at skateboarding.
I guess, but yeah, moving down to San Diego was like what really helped because I had people to go skate with. There's skate parks every 5 miles, and they're all really good. So
Yeah. And where did you start hanging out there?
the YMCA was my stomping grounds forever.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it is.
What was it like? Like, I mean, being 11 years old, and then the guys you're skating with at that time were obviously like kind of in their prime, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Tony and Bob and all these dudes there. So what was like the crew like as a little 11-year-old rolling up to that vert ramp?
I was 11, and most of my friends were like 30 or 40.
Yeah,
Those
so
were
like
the
they're
guys I
like,
was-
hey, you want to go get some beers, guys? They look over at you, they're like, you want to come get some root beer, man?
But I mean, it was cool. My humor developed very quickly at that age, and heard a lot of stuff I probably shouldn't have. But I really look up to all those guys, and I don't know. I'm blessed that I got to grow up skating with all those guys. Because God, they were so good when I was a kid, and they still are. But it was just really cool.
Now they're really old.
I don't know if they're really old. I don't want to piss anyone
Is there
off.
good like vert?
That was only
Is there
like
good
10 years
chat?
ago.
Is there good chat on the deck?
Yeah, because it's it's like one person at a time. So the other half of the time you're kind of just standing there. So either like talking shit about something else
Or heckling?
yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of heckling.
Were you heckled quite a bit as a kid?
Oh my God, yeah. I got dumped into a trash can by a bunch of people, and
Really?
yeah, but it's part of it. I feel like you can't really do that to kids anymore.
Yeah,
But
the grommet. I got grommet beat
Not
down.
on film.
No,
Yeah.
not
But
on-
most kids should get dumped in a trash can.
I think
Yeah.
it's crucial to growing up.
It kind of is, right?
I think so.
I think it's part of our. Yeah, I think it's just part of, especially, because going back to what you were saying about growing up around people that are a little older than you, and I think it's the older's duty to give to the grommet, teach them, beat them up a little.
But I think it's
Lock
for
them
your
in a trash
industry
can.
too, though. For your industry, it's
It's a standard.
yeah.
It
You
makes it
you
tough.
build a thick skin, right? Like you're like
Exactly, yeah.
tough. I mean, what you're doing isn't easy.
They would zip tie my board to like a pole a lot. That happened a few times actually.
And they're like, he's too young. He doesn't even have a knife. Look
Yeah.
at the kid.
So that would just be the
Really?
rest of my day. Yeah.
You just
The
like start
rest of
showing
my
up with
day.
scissors.
Aw.
I don't know how I'd get it undone, but eventually I would after like a while.
I got rolled
Getting a rock.
in a whole hotel carpet, like a whole aisle, and I was stuck. I was like, "There's nothing I can do about this."
That's a pretty
And then I just hawked a giant loogie in Mikey LeBlanc's face to wiggle out of it.
And you got out.
Yeah, because he was gonna pick me up. They were gonna carry me to like some bar in a rug. I was like 16 in tears, crying. Like
Some bar in a
And-
rug.
I never got to do that, and I'm bummed because now I wish I could do that to these young kids.
What, you
Wait.
can't do it now because you'll lose your job?
Well, yeah.
Danny's now
probably.
the head coach of the U.S. snowboard team.
Yeah.
you could get away with it.
I
sure.
think you can get away with that.
Yeah.
You know.
As long as it's harmless.
But it's almost weird. Like you almost need to document everything just to like.
So you can remember.
Well, you can remember, but maybe like that way you don't get in trouble for crossing the line too far or something.
Right.
All right, we got some
Right.
questions in here. Andy wants to know, have you been king of the road, or do you want to? You've been part of that, or no?
No, I've never been on King of the Road. I don't think they do it anymore.
Oh, they don't.
No. I'm
Talk
pretty
about
sure.
hazing.
Yeah. Oh God. I almost got asked to go on it when I was like 14, which would have been insane. I don't know what would have happened.
You
but
would have kissed some 40-year-old lady.
Yeah, some bad stuff would have gone
Yeah.
down.
What's wrong with that, Dan?
Nothing. But in King of the Road, if you watch it, there's always like some really.
I feel
weird
like that's the
makeouts.
tame stuff. Like I feel
They
like
kiss
you
the
have to do
40-year-old?
crazy stuff.
Way older.
That's like kissing you now.
Yeah.
There's some pretty strange challenges on there.
All right.
That's one way to treat
Point
someone.
well taken.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
But I'd love to if they bring it back. That'd be cool.
How long did they do that for? I mean, that was huge. That was almost like Vice before Vice.
Yeah. They were doing that for a while, for 10, I don't know if I'm going to say 20, maybe like 20 years.
What's like some of the gnarliest like stories that have come out of that, like long term? Do you remember any of them? Was it 411? Who used to put it out? Thrash used to put it out.
Yeah, it used to just be Thrasher, and then Vice picked it up.
And Vice picked it up.
Made it a whole big production, and it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, wow. You probably just can't do that stuff anymore. I mean, they used to probably do some sketchy stuff.
There was some pretty sketchy stuff, I think.
What are you most looking forward to this weekend?
I think vert skating that contest. That's what I've been like trying to get ready for the most.
So the format's changed a little bit, and you said you're kind of stoked before we went live. It's been a lot of jam sessions lately, and it seems like we've gone back to, you said 4 or 5 runs, best run counts.
Yeah.
That work in your favor?
I think so. The jam one's kind of hard because I mean, I can do like one good run, but trying to do like 4 or 5 good runs is a whole different thing.
Because in vert on a run, now correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't even know. How long is it a run? 90 seconds? 60 seconds?
No, God, no.
30 seconds?
45,
45, I think.
And
So
that's
for-
what, 12 hits?
It's like 12 walls, yeah, something like that.
See, that's a lot.
It doesn't seem like that much, but it is a lot. It takes the breath out of you for sure.
Because then you've got to have your bangers, right?
You can't really have any like filler tricks. Like
There's no
everything's-
fillers.
Something's got to be back to back to back to back to back.
Are you going to do some tricks this weekend that we've never seen before?
I don't know if you've never seen them, but maybe. Nothing too crazy, honestly.
Yeah, right. What's coming out? A frontside blunt? What's going on?
I mean, I could do one of those, but you've seen one of those before.
Yeah, I love seeing that.
What do you want to see, Dan?
What do I want to see? Dream trick? Blunt kick flip in would be pretty sick.
I've done one of those.
I gotta watch the video.
Yeah, actually, there's no proof, which is hard to believe.
So you have a game plan going in of what you're gonna do, or you're just gonna go rip it?
I have a plan.
You have a plan.
I want to get down like kind of a safety run a little bit,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna try some shit.
Is there qualifying or no qualifying? It's just,
There's no qualifying.
Nice.
It's just finals only. So
I saw Jimmy out there yesterday. He's so good.
yeah, no, he's the best.
He is, right?
He really is.
He just looks effortless.
Yeah, he makes it look too easy.
I think he was trying. I think I saw a backside 7 yesterday. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Really?
No, it doesn't make sense, but it does to him, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, he's really. It's insane. He's on a whole nother level.
He is kind of on another level. Who
Yeah.
else is coming up on vert? Because it seems like there's been some people around for a while now, but are there some younger guys coming through maybe that we don't know?
I'm sure you guys know Guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Guy's really Guy rode really good at
He's
the Mega
insane.
Ramp. I feel like Guy has now come into his own a little bit. When we first saw him, because he did he do the 1080 on the vert?
Yeah, he did.
He was very. Listen, he's grown a little bit, but he
He's
can
got some weight. He's
got some weight, and he
yeah.
can tell he's a little stronger. So he muscles these tricks around now, and he goes a little higher, and it makes sense. So it's cool. He medaled on Mega Ramp too.
Yeah.
He got second.
Yeah, he did.
He did do 2 backside 9s in one run.
He did.
That was
He did.
crazy.
Once he gets a little older and stronger, he'll be a problem.
Do you think it's time to give him the whooping now? The
I might
hazing
have
he
to-
should.
yeah.
Oh,
I
should
feel
we
like
go haze him?
I
Can
can
we
zip
put
tie
him in
his
a
board.
trash can? That's sick.
I'd
I'm
love-
getting
I'd
zip
love to haze
ties.
him.
I'm gonna get a bunch of zip ties.
Oh my god, I want to zip tie everybody's board this weekend. That sounds so fun.
They used to do it to me right before like a contest.
Who should we get?
Who's they?
The whole like vert like group when I was growing
I
up.
want to
Really?
get like Tony
Like,
Hawk.
at-
See,
Dude.
you
Yeah,
got
let's go
probably
get
the
Tony
worst.
Hawk's board.
Yeah.
I touched Tony Hawk's board yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, I was up on the
Wow.
thing and it hit my leg. I also went and saw Tony Hawk sing last night.
Wait,
Sing?
what?
He sung in a
Karaoke place?
No. He sung with the chick punk rock girl that is in the Tony Hawk Pro Skater. The Donnie, that girl.
Oh, okay.
He sung with her last night.
No.
Cool.
I'll show the video off air. I don't know if it's approved to throw it on Twitch Live,
That's
but
pretty sweet.
he does it all. And then he drove back to San Diego to try back up here today to host.
We love that.
Busy.
Wow. Must have a electric car.
He does,
He
Dan.
does.
I knew it. I want to zip tie his board like right
Yeah.
before he's about to drop in and do like his fancy like 540
I
for
think
like
you
the
get
crowd, and then he
cursed.
goes to get his like live on TV.
We're very lucky in this industry to have Tony Hawk and him still be a part of what we're doing. He's on the board. He's a part of the X Games team and the growth of it. Are you stoked that fans are back here at X Games?
Yeah, I think it's pretty sweet.
Or it doesn't bother you?
I don't know, honestly. It's kind of not anything different. X Games has just been. It's always kind of been the same. It's a big event. It's the biggest one of the year.
Yeah, but
He's nervous, Dingo. He's nervous.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's been doing this since he was a
nervous.
kid. He doesn't give a shit.
He's nervous.
He's like, yeah, Dingo, it's an event. I'm going to go out and try and win a medal.
No.
You seen him? He's got 9 X Games medals. How many X Games medals do you have?
9.
Dang.
Do you?
9.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so your next medal is...
That's why I'm trying to get in his head right now. I was in Guinness Book of World Records for most X Games medal in
Really?
2006.
At one point.
Wow.
Yeah. I wish they stopped printing the book at that point, but they didn't. Yeah, so good luck this weekend, Tom.
I think actually the one I got
fudge.
was
He
my
got
10th
one yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, now you have 10.
Oh, no.
Yeah, actually, let me look at the revised schedule here. And yeah, it does not have a Mega Ramp bronze medal from yesterday.
I watched it on TV. He did it, man.
So it's 10 X Games medals.
What was it? Was that a kickflip back 5 too?
Yeah, on the last one.
Yeah. That was sick.
Thank
How do you do that?
I don't know. I'm horrible at explaining skating.
Okay.
Are
I've
you?
been- yeah, because I've been doing it for so long. I don't really know how to like break down what I'm doing.
Do you know who I heard say that to me yesterday too? Is Jacko, Jackson Strong, Freestyle Moto. He goes, Ding, I have no idea what they're doing. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you'd be a great coach. You'd be a great coach.
I'd be
too.
a horrible
No,
coach.
you'd be surprised
Yeah.
Why?
because you don't need to know what you're doing. You just need to know how to do it.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, but how
so,
can you explain it?
So
Make it up.
So listen, I
can
never
do
would have
that part.
picked. I never would have picked Danny to be a coach. And I think that many areas, but when Danny did it and he had so much style and was cool, and people like that are like, fuck, most people just disappear like a Tom Penny or whatever it is, right?
Thank
and
you.
I thought it was really cool that after Danny took a step back from snowboarding after a while, but then came back in to give back to the youth, and he ended up coaching Q into a silver medal, and now taking the job as the U.S. head snowboard coach is a fucking big step. But
Big
I
step.
never would have thought that from him, so I'm proud of him for that. So he's kind of, what he's saying isn't, it's you got to stand up there and act like you know what you're doing, right?
That's what I'm saying. No, but what I'm really wondering is, is there coaches in vert?
Not really for vert, for park and street, because those are the ones that are
Uh-huh.
gonna be in the Olympics. But vert's
So
not.
maybe you want to coach this weekend?
I could.
Should we try it out?
Should I just drop out and become a coach?
No, I'll coach. I want to coach.
Oh, you wanna
with
coach me?
you? Yeah.
Okay. We just gotta
Oh.
bully some kids. That's really it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, we gotta
down.
haze them first.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta
Zip
haze 'em.
ties.
Gotta
Wait,
haze.
so if you start coaching,
Yeah.
when they win X Games medals, do those medal count? Does that add to your medal count?
No, it doesn't. work
Probably.
like that. No, because then I'd have 3 silver medals in the Olympics. Doesn't work.
Yeah. What's your opinion on the Olympics? How was that qualifying process? Wasn't the best for you, huh?
No. Last time I missed out by 1. The U.S. takes 3 people, and I was the 4th.
Yeah. Do our producers sweat? Nah, they're chilling.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're waving at us. Hey
Yeah,
guys.
hey.
That'd be sick though for an X Games appearance. I'd love to see someone have like a full skateboarder freak out, break their board, break everything.
I mean, it can happen tonight.
It happens.
I know it happens, but I
Are
want
you-
to see it live.
Are you a freak out type guy?
Yeah, kinda. It depends. If I'm like getting really pissed off trying something for a while, yeah. I don't really ever like break my board or like
You throw it, yell.
I'll throw it sometimes.
So if you're gonna break a board, is it just the straight?
Just one leg through it. You can use 2 if you're like probably like a little kid size. You just jump on it with 2 feet and it'll probably snap.
What happens if it doesn't snap?
And you just.
That's the worst part. That makes you more angry because you're just trying to break it to be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't break, you're like,
So, I mean, you've done this so many times. I'm curious, do you get nervous at all for the contest, or this is just literally another day in your world?
no, I still get nervous
Still
at
do.
every contest.
Do you do
But I-
anything to prepare?
No, I just think the more I skate, the less I have time to think about how nervous I am. So
Mhm. So you're just skating in the parking lot right before you get to the.
kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just be doing like flat ground tricks on top of the deck,
Yeah.
or something like that.
I saw you standing on the roof of the park. What's happening up there? What are you doing up there?
Nothing is happening up there.
You're just getting a better
it's
view?
way too gnarly to do any tricks on. I was looking at it for an idea, but it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I figured you weren't trying to look at see what the swell was doing out there.
No.
It's a pretty
Is he
gnarly
gonna
course,
jump
huh?
off? Are you gonna jump off the roof?
Someone might, not me though.
What?
You eyed it up though.
Yeah, it's too big. It's not good.
I don't know.
You want to, as coach, do you think that's
I'm
a
gonna
good
have to go scope it out.
He
for
hasn't
you.
seen it yet. Oh no, you saw it when it was being. We were here when they were building it. That was
Oh,
spring.
yeah.
That was.
I saw that video.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You're gonna be in a video with us.
Yeah.
We'll get you in a red bathing suit.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you
in
can
the
take my
jacuzzi.
part.
No. We're gonna keep you. We'll replace Dan. Danny has a new idea that he wants to do, so maybe we could add Tom to it.
Okay.
He wants to do the beach scene again, but like he's got another idea.
Yeah.
I'm down. Can I still get my quad?
Well, we're gonna need to get so we showed up with
I'm
the
not
quad
getting on
bike, and the city had to clear it. So we got the city a day or 2 days before, or a day before on a weekend to clear us to bring the quad onto the beach. So it was official what we did.
That
Yeah.
was permits and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They
What-
came out to greet us. It was the whole thing.
Oh, welcoming party. and
Yep.
everything?
Yeah, we had a welcoming party.
Yes, we have a question.
Someone is asking if you're single, and it's because I like you a lot. That's what they're saying.
A lot.
Wow.
Oh, that was me.
you put that one in there?
Andy is asking if you're single.
Yes, I'm cruising solo at the moment.
Chicks dig medals, like we said.
Chicks dig medals.
Yeah.
So come on out to Ventura, California, watch Tom ride, and maybe throw him a hat.
There you go.
All right, so you go. When is Bert's tonight, and then when's Park? Sunday.
Vert's tonight at 6 to 7, and then Park's tomorrow at 1:33, and then Vert Best Tricks at like 2:30.
So you technically are up for another 3 medals.
I technically, yeah.
He could be 13 medals by
He
the time
already
he
beat
leaves.
me yesterday, Dingo, so we're gonna let that go. But can we get a little insight? What do you think? Best vert, best trick? What do you?
I heard they built like an obstacle. It's like a surfboard that you can skate on or something like that.
Oh.
I saw it.
Yeah, does it look cool?
No, I'm
No?
just kidding.
Wait.
I didn't know what it was.
So you have to ride a surfboard in the vert ramp?
It's not like you ride on it. It's like a ledge that they built that's in
Oh.
the shape of a surfboard or something
Okay.
like that.
It's funny because I saw it when it was all bubble wrapped up, and I was like, "What is this thing?" It looked like an announcer's desk. They're like, "That's going on the vert ramp." I was like, "Cool."
Mm.
Looks
But-
it looks cool.
That's probably my best bet is doing something on that because I can't really do like all the other guys can be doing crazy like 900s and stuff.
Chicks love body jars.
They do. It's
They
a gnarly trick.
love it. Big old Madonna.
What's a body jar?
Boom, where you just slap your tail as you come down
It's a
from like
very-
a big air.
It's a loud trick.
Loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Tom. Well, man, thank you very much. Congratulations on your first medal this weekend. 4 events. Good luck. Tonight. I'm gonna be there watching. Brittney's gonna be there. Danny's gonna be there.
I'll be there coaching.
I need it, yeah.
We can release you back into the wild, guys. Liam Pace is up next. Tom, you're a legend. Thank you so much
Thank you guys.
Absolute
for
legend.
being a
Thank you,
part of
thank
the
you.
show, and we'll be watching you all weekend, dude. Unfortunately, 6 weeks ago, Pat Casey, legendary BMX rider, one of all of our friends, he's been on the show, part of Monster Energy family from day one. We lost him, unfortunately, in an accident, and yeah, it's the memorial was last week, and it's been one of those things. I think it's very hard for us here at the Monster family, us here at the X Games family, to kind of like deal with. So our hearts are with the Casey family, the kids, Chase, and it's really. Anyway, I'm getting choked up. So we're gonna play a tribute video for him every day. We miss him. We wish he was here. Liam Pace is our guest, and Liam was a part of the Monster Army. Fun fact, Monster Army came from the Grenade Army, this little thing that we started back in the day that Monster then evolved into.
Oh,
And
really?
and it became this massive thing now that Stumbles Run, and Monster has really taken this little thing that we did back in the day.
I know.
And we used to send kids grenade dog tags for the snowboard company we had, and stickers and sticker packs, and called it the Grenade Army. And then Monster kind of took it and grew it and made it this huge thing. And now it's a way for kids up and coming to get and be a part of Monster Energy. And you were the Monster Army kid for quite a while before turning pro.
Yeah, I saw Monster Army for the first time when I was really little back in Tucson for the Recon Tour, watching all my friends on bikes, and then just getting chances at contests after the Amex games. Then I was on Monster Army, and then a little over a year ago, I made it to Energy.
Well, he made it to Energy, guys, because the first time you competed in X Games, you won a gold. Is that right?
That is correct.
I was there. I was there the day you won. I saw you in the parking lot, and I don't think you'd ever seen a check that big.
I definitely had never seen a check that big. That day felt not real. I was kind of out of it after that whole thing. It was crazy. That contest was so close to home too. It was 10 minutes away from my house, and walked away with an X Games gold medal.
So crazy. Whoa, so crazy. Like, wow. Grew up
That's
in Arizona,
awesome.
moved to Oceanside. So I'm sure you skate. And a shout out to California Skate Park, who that was at Josie's building. Obviously, you skate there a lot.
Yeah, I skate there quite a bit. I tend to skate everywhere.
You're in the streets a lot.
Yeah, I grew up with 2 skate parks, so being out in California where I can go an hour away and hit 50 different parks or hit spots, I want to go on a mission every day.
So we have, I'm going to hit play right here. We're going to go double screen, guys, double screen. And we've got a video here of you ripping.
Oh yeah, back in Israel.
So you were on that same trip to Israel. Was that the first time to Israel?
Yeah, that was my first trip to Israel. That was a sick one. I have one of my best friends who's on Monster Europe, Yam. That's his hometown. So it was sick to get to go skate around all his local spots. And that quarter pipe was so fun. That was in the heart of Jerusalem, like 10 minutes from the West Wall.
That looks cool. Is that kind of like a ditch kind of vibe?
Yeah, I guess it's been around since the 60s. Some guy just built it for his kids to ride their bikes on. And it's just been there ever since.
Sick.
What's the skate scene like there? They have a really big skate scene.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's crazy. When we did the demos for that one, there were probably 500 to 1,000 people. Just
Wow.
all around. Everyone was skating every inch of the park. It was super cool.
So I feel like you spend more time in the streets than you do kind of doing contests.
I feel like the number of park contests is starting to come back, but yeah, I try to balance everything. I like getting out and filming, and that's a completely new thing for me. I didn't have any opportunity to film anything before moving out to California, so
moving from Arizona to Oceanside was the right move.
I think that was the best decision.
How old were you when you did that?
I was 20 years, or I was 19, almost 20 when I moved out.
That's the right time.
Yeah, I picked a great time. It was 2 weeks before the pandemic hit.
Yeah. And what made you choose like Oceanside? Because I feel like the old Mecca used to be like Hollywood or LA.
All of my friends, when they moved out to California, because they all moved out before me, they were in Oceanside and just the North County scene. And that seems to be where all the transition guys kind of ended up, just with Prince Park, and that's where all the vert ramps and all the big transition is. And I like it the best, and I don't plan on moving away. It's close to everything. I can get anywhere just as fast as like
And
south,
it's
north,
beautiful
inland.
and safe.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about Oceanside over the last few years. Really coming up.
Since moving to Cali, like, have you now gone and skated most of the video parts you grew up watching?
What do you mean?
Like watching video parts and seeing spots? Have you gone and skated a lot of the spots?
It's crazy. And I remember the first 3 months-ish of moving out to California, I would just be driving around to go to the store or something, and I would see a spot that I've seen in a video and be like, no way. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So crazy.
Can I cuss on here or no?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. I realized as I was saying that, I was like, wait, maybe I shouldn't say that.
Dude, we just fined you 10 grand.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we got you.
Dude, I was there that day. I felt the energy. Did you even think there was a chance that you would win going and competing there?
I thought there was 0 chance I would win. I didn't expect to even be on the podium for that one. I was so nervous, and it was so crazy because we were practicing, just warming up, and out of nowhere, we just hear, CJ Collins, you're in, we're live. And I was like, holy shit, like, we're doing this. All right, I guess we're going.
Back in the day when you were competing, did you ever have those, like, weird nerves?
No, but I think like that, I mean, of course, nerves, but I think like that underdog, it's like so helpful because it's like makes you want to like prove yourself without having any real extra pressure besides like performing. Because I remember the first X Games I got to see was in Vermont, winter one, and I literally just like poached the half pipe. I wasn't allowed to ride or anything, and I got kicked out. They're like, sorry, like you're out of here. I'm like, okay. And then the next year I went back and won. So I also.
Damn.
How old were you when you were his
gold.
same age?
I was 18.
A year younger.
Well, yeah, but it was winter, so maybe, yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I didn't know that had anything to do with it.
I don't know. Well, then I
I mean,
wasn't.
obviously it was winter. It's
I'm not the first summer rookie to win the X Games.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying there.
there we go.
First winter rookie.
Do you feel?
So we're basically like twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure. So when I
You could
think
grow
of
the
you
hair out.
two,
We could be there.
when I think of you
I
two,
have
I
them.
think
I
of
am.
twins. That's exactly what I think about.
We
He
could
walked in
be.
the other day at the mega ramp, and me and Cody, Dresser, was standing on one side, and it looked like It looked like I was like, "Is that Liam?" And he go, "Well, it's either Sideshow Bob or Liam Pace." It's like the hair is. Don't ever get rid of the hair, dude. It's your
Oh,
thing.
I'm never cutting the hair.
Do you feel like after winning that gold medal, now showing up, there's a bit of a target on your back?
Maybe a little bit so. I don't know. I feel like everyone's always improving. So every contest, if you win the one, there's going to be someone who's doing crazier stuff. Everyone's pushing the level of these park contests so much now.
What do you? The course looks sick. You know, they're always accommodating for BMX and skate, which is obviously you guys ride transition a little different. So some things work better for you guys. Some things work better for the BMX guys. What are some of the favorite features in this park they've built? There's a hot tub. Well, we know we're going to do a hot tub scene with you. But
Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. It's a little scary when you go over it because you don't want your board to go. And I know Tom's board went in first day.
really.
oh, he didn't tell us that.
Yeah,
Oh.
first day we were joking about someone's board going in, and he was on the complete other side of the park and bailed a trick, and his board went right up and in.
Now, if your board goes in, that board's done for the day, or can you dry it out real quick and keep going?
You can dry it out, but it's going to be waterlogged. You'll feel it's heavier and loses its pop.
Pop. That's the big one. You want your board to be snappy.
Pop!
Water kind of gives it like a clunk.
Yeah,
How many boards are you bringing out just in case one gets waterlogged?
I usually bring like 2 or 3 extras.
2 or 3 extras.
But just the decks, like everything
Right.
else is pretty much solid. Like I would hate to break a truck before a contest because you can't get your grooves back.
Right.
I was wondering, like, what's the kind of process? Like Dingo said, like all these parks are different that you're rolling up to. So, like, when you're going into like building a run, like, how do you kind of like go through that process?
I don't know. Usually I go into the first day thinking, oh, I'm just going to have fun and feel it out. And then I overstress that I don't have a run in the first 10 minutes. But then I realize, oh, I just need to skate this thing and see what naturally links up together. But each one is there a dog bark?
There's a dog in here. Just to let everyone know that's
Who
watching,
let
we
the
are in the
dogs
athlete
out?
lounge.
I couldn't
There's-
tell if I was hearing that in my headphones or outside of my headphones.
I'm like pressing the dog button.
As I look around, which they can't see, it looks like we're in the we're gonna pan right now.
Ooh.
So we're in the full athlete lounge. You've got BMX bikes. You've got kids with hula hoops. You've got RCR bottles. You've got Monster Energy Tool Water. You've got hairdressers and haircuts. These guys are crushing it. I got a beard trim. I think like most of the
I
crew
got
here.
my hair smoothed.
Leah, it doesn't look like you need a beard trim.
No, we're not quite there yet. They did try to get me with a haircut, but I haven't had one since I was 5, so I think I'm good for now.
You haven't?
Dang.
Whoa.
Nah, don't change, dude.
Really?
Danny's gonna get a
Yeah.
haircut.
No, let me see this hair.
It's all up. It's gonna be all gross.
5 years old? It's got to be so long.
It's so curly though. It only goes like halfway down my back.
Whoa.
So it just kind of goes up.
Yeah. It kind
So
of gets,
if you
it
would
gets like
when
more
you
curly.
shower, does it come out? It's just like,
Oh yeah, it goes like most of the way down my back.
wow. You really haven't cut your hair since you
Not
were
even a
5?
trim?
He definitely
I've had,
needs to
like-
be in our next running
I've
scene.
had like
He
2,
definitely
maybe
needs to
3
be in our
trims
running
since
scene.
then.
I hate haircuts too. I always like, as a kid, I'd come out of there and be like, not what I wanted to look like.
Well, you're gonna get a haircut after this. We talked about
It was
this.
like school photo day. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have to go get a crappy haircut. So real quick though, but going back to your run, like, do you just kind of like pick a few tricks that you obviously want to put in, and then
I usually
find the whole
start with
flow?
like the transfers or the crazy things
Yep.
that I want to do, like using the special features, and then I figure out what links up to those because usually I have to go super fast for some of those things, like the bikers do, and that's always harder on a board. But I don't know, I just kind of let stuff naturally come, and with this one, it's awesome because we get so much practice, so there's so much time to feel it out and change stuff up, and not feel like the first thing you figure out has to be your run. You can switch it up if you want.
I figure you guys for the park, I could be wrong here, have a lot of options.
We have there's a lot of options on this one, especially with like the mini ramp on the deck, and there's that feature in the deep end, the like
Yep.
Ramada roof.
Cradle.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
were
The portal
What's that
is
thing?
super
What
fun.
portal?
What's the portal? Yeah, we saw the portal being made, and
Yeah.
when we saw it, we thought it was like people gonna either like you could like maybe they'll make it so you could shoot out of it, like you could just exit
Yeah.
your run.
Later.
That would be one way to exit your run. They have
It
a
goes
little
all the way
camera in there too.
And a
Really?
giant
Now it
flushing
looks like you'd
noise.
end up in
That
a
thing's
fence.
tiny. You have to like get into a tiny little ball to get in there, right? Or does it look smaller, bigger when you're closer?
No,
Where are you? I don't know where you're going with this, Brent.
We need to go do a better
I
inspection
gotta go see it.
on that thing.
So wait, you haven't shot through the portal?
No, we've been playing around with looping around it, but it's kind of hard. It's scary.
Tight.
See?
Yeah.
It's tight. That's what I was
Tight.
getting to.
Yes, Brittney.
I keep watching that one. It came up on my Instagram again, where like the dude kind of like goes over but comes out like fakey. Have you seen that video?
Yeah, at the Sheepside DIY
Yeah.
in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I think that was Evan Mock.
Yeah.
That was Evan.
Yeah, I think that was Evan Mock.
Evan Mock recently came to a rave with me.
Really?
Yeah, he's cool.
I want to
he
see
can
that
hang.
trick here
That would be
with
crazy.
the same. What is it like X-Files soundtrack to it, where everyone's like, "What?"
If I make my whole run, I'll give it a try for you.
Okay. If you fall, also go through there, and then we'll add the toilet bowl flushing noise.
There we go.
Perfect.
Now everyone's a little different. I know BMX. There's a qualifiers 16 to 8. Skate park. Are there qualifiers?
There are qualifiers. They're doing 2 heats of 6, and then top 3 from each heat go to the final 6.
Only 6 in the finals.
Yeah, it's a tough cut this year.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
When's qualifying?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I think at 12:30 is when it starts.
Now there's there's a transfer part. I saw Kevin Peraza go and hit that wooden feature that where the chair is hanging
Oh,
from.
in the center.
Is there any way a skateboarder could bonk or hit that or get up there?
There's not really a speed line for it.
Right. You looked?
I looked at it. I definitely looked at it. When I saw the pictures of the park, I thought it was going to be a little bit more doable to just kind of pop up and ride across it. But
Yeah.
it's tall. It's like 8.5, 9 foot tall above the deck.
If something was to go wrong, you are completely fucked.
Yeah, there's a fire pit under there. You'd get
Whoa.
stabbed by the teepee of wood.
They made this one really dangerous.
It's pretty dangerous.
Does it have that backyard feel? Because I know they were very going for.
It does a little bit with the cinder block extensions, and it's cool. I like that there's the gap up to the mini ramp too. That thing's pretty cool. It's a little hard to use, but it's super sick.
Yeah, because I've noticed that too. Are a lot of guys using the mini ramp?
No,
No.
I think only a few people are using that section, but it's hard to get to if you don't, and there's not too many options with it. 'cause
Right.
The gap back in is huge.
Yeah.
It's a scary one.
Yeah. And it seems like all the heavy hitters are here.
Yeah, everyone's here and they're on it this year.
Is this your first X Games competing with fans?
I've done the X Games Japan.
Okay.
twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that
Yeah.
counts. Totally counts.
And then I guess Minneapolis back in 2018.
Yep.
Did the AM
Yep.
one.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. And I only just I only just realized we were having this conversation. I didn't realize there was an AM competition in Minneapolis, which is awesome. So yeah, no, you're completely used to it. I actually kind of like this setup. It's for people that don't know, we're in the Ventura Fairgrounds. Famously, the Warp Tour used to be back here. I came to shows here back in the day. Lincoln Park famously played a Vans Warp Tour here, which was sick. And it's really cool to see this footprint layout. And it feels like an old school, like a lot of the old school people, and people feel like, oh, this feels like what is in the mid 2000s or even, the late 90s to some aspect. But does it feel like a bit of a throwback type of competition?
It definitely feels more like a throwback, like back when they did Super Park.
Yep.
It was more like Street Park combined.
Yep.
And I think that's sick because that's what I was watching growing up and what got me like really amped into skateboarding and wanting to like push myself
Yeah.
as a skater. Just
Yeah.
watching everyone skating those contests back then. And now to be here is crazy.
And it seems like they picked the right location because does the wind affect you guys at all?
The wind sometimes can affect us. With my lines, usually it'll mess me up just because I'm trying to go fast at like a transfer or
Yeah.
a long grind where I have to go a certain length
Yeah.
in the bowl to get to the next part of my run, but try to adapt with it.
Yeah. Because I'm not going to say who, but I heard that one of the street skaters was like, well, I've been having trouble doing my kick flips. And then I heard somebody else say, these guys complain a lot.
Oh.
I've-
some people do complain more than others, but sometimes it does actually mess with you guys. It messes with the vert guys more than it does the park guys.
We don't need to mention any names here, but growing up, there were always the one or two people that just bitch about everything.
All right, dude, I'm right here, man.
And then usually those people don't win. Used to win.
Yeah, I used to win all the time.
You just never figured out how to win an Olympic gold medal.
Well, I'm also glad about that because the Olympics is not what like sometimes our sports are about. I feel like, you know, our action sports is based like X Games is the highlight. That's what we all grew up like watching on kids. I didn't grow up. I would have had to become like a gymnastics to like achieve this Olympic fame.
Well,
we got
Danny,
really lucky.
thanks to you, snowboarding kind of did turn into a gymnastic sport.
Yeah.
Danny was the first person to do back-to-back 1080s and a half pipe, and look where it went from there.
Yeah.
That's gnarly. Back-to-back 10s.
In like 2004 or 5?
2002.
Wow.
I know. When were you born?
I was born in 2000.
That's when I did my first 1080. Put that on the sheet. Yeah, there's a lot of spinning. Have you ever done the mega ramp stuff?
I have. I haven't done it in like a year or two, but I want to hop on it and try to get into the super park next year because I love Elliot's ramp. It's so fun.
Dude, it looks such like a cool setup the way it's not just like one giant one to a giant quarter pipe and then ends.
Yeah, it's cool because it links up and hopefully next year they put the rail in. I want to see the rail get brought in.
Yeah.
Where would the rail go? Where the main jump kicker is?
It's over the second jump.
So main kicker over quarter, and then you land the quarter into the rail.
Yeah, but you could still hit the jump as just a jump if you want.
Yeah.
But I think the rail's crazy because it's so tall, but I think it'll add a cool element to the contest because right now it's just air tricks. It's 4 airs, but if there's a grind, someone could get really technical.
What about like an old school like Lutska, like huge 270? Remember he used to do those weird spins that he hit every single time?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
watching one of those like be done on a big scale.
Yeah, well, remember when the full-size mega ramp used to have the rail over it?
Yep.
Danny Way did like the kickflip 50 and hung on for dear life.
That's right.
That stuff was so crazy to watch.
Did he land 50-50 or it was...
I don't remember. That was
No,
like
I think he almost like...
That was the first X Games I ever watched was that one.
Wow. He used to wear grenade gloves back in the day.
How big is that mega that they were hitting yesterday, you think?
I think the first drop-in ramp's like 40 feet above the ground. And that one, that's the
And the
scariest
gap.
part of the whole thing. The
Yeah.
gap's like 35 or 40 feet. But that first drop-in's the scariest thing because you just see the pit down below for the second quarter on the left. And
It's like full roller coaster feeling, I'm
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
the first time you roll into it.
every time.
Every time.
It's so scary.
Is the quarter pipe the scariest part?
No, it's the drop-in.
The drop in. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then because you're on an 8-foot wide ramp, 40 feet in the air.
Yeah, it's pretty sketchy.
Oh, yeah. It's not sketchy. It's just scary.
Does he
Elliot's
make you
not
sign
so
papers? Is there...
for sure.
I haven't signed anything yet.
Oh, there you go. Wow. What's the size difference between the regular big one and Elliot's?
Honestly, don't know. I think the roll-in's like 60-something feet tall on the big one, and the gap's like 50 feet for the small jump and 70 for the big, if I'm correct.
Jesus Christ. Have you hit the big one?
Not in a long time. I think the last time I hit the big one was when I was a kid, like when Tom did the first 10.
Right, and he was doing those big. He used to do 900s too, right?
Yeah.
Was Minneapolis the one where he was doing those lofty like 900s?
I honestly don't remember.
I remember being like the watching area was like right like where the quarter pipe was. So
Yeah.
you'd be like eye level as they're like 15, 20 feet out. Fucking sick.
Yeah, that was when Clay did that like 24-foot 5 in practice.
That's right.
That was insane to watch.
What are you most excited to see here apart from like skateboarding? Are you stoked on moto or
Moto Big Air is it what
quarter
is it?
pipe?
Moto quarter pipe. Favorite event to watch.
Crazy, right?
It's insane.
Did you see him practicing yesterday?
Yeah, it was mental.
They're already going like, and they're just warming up.
How do they measure that? Because I know the record's like 49 feet or something right now.
Yeah, Raha has that. So basically directly behind the vert ramp is like a tower.
Okay.
And then there's 2 measuring things that go directly to the quarter pipe.
Okay.
And then they measure you the highest part of the bike. So some guys get their nose higher, some guys will flick their tail higher.
Do they measure from the top of the quarter or the ground?
It's from the top of the quarter to
Is it? I think it's from the bottom of the tranny. Like, the takeoff to the top. No.
No, it's from. It's a good question, actually.
I just didn't know if they were measuring from the ground or the quarter pipe because 49 feet plus that like 20-foot quarter pipe is insane.
No. They're 49 feet in the air. Yeah. No, it's not. It's the. I got to see if it's either the landing or the takeoff to where they're measuring it.
Okay.
Where's Ash?
They will be the highest guys in California when it happens,
Hey, Walter,
They truly
Ash,
will.
which is the hard thing to achieve.
When they do the quarter pipe, where's it measured from? The takeoff, the ground? No, but from the ground.
Oh, okay.
From the
That's
ground.
still absolutely insane. That's why it's my favorite thing to watch. And they don't fall. You can't fall.
Well, you can't fall.
It's insane. And just
Like-
watching them
Yeah.
throw half of their body off the bike to like get it around is insane.
Yeah, no, they basically are like, we can't fall because if you fall, you're fucked.
That's one that you wouldn't need tickets to come watch. You could watch that from the sand.
You could watch that
Yeah.
from LA.
You could watch that from Oceanside.
We got to get you back in and do a real one where we, do a deep dive.
Let's do it. That'd be awesome.
But good luck this weekend, man. Brittney, any last questions before we dig out for the day?
Well, I asked our last guest, but do you get nervous before any of these still? Or
Yeah,
you just
pretty much.
Yeah.
Every time.
every time? Do you do anything to like calm your nerves down before you go on?
I haven't quite figured that out. I just try to pretend like it's a normal session.
Yeah.
I think
Alright.
it's just every time you're like, damn, this is X Games. Like I'm about to
Yeah.
skate and it's my contest run. Like I gotta try to stay on.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. I'm excited to watch you.
Thank you.
Any other last things, Dan?
Do you believe in aliens?
I think there's got to be something out there.
There you go.
I agree.
You got it.
Did you guys see that they're doing that first flights to outer space?
Into outer space?
I don't
Or-
know how far, but they're going
Well,
far.
how many outer spaces are there?
I don't know, but I was watching Armageddon the
I
other
didn't
night,
see that.
and Chris
It's
Owens'
pretty
character,
expensive.
he gets out of Chris Owens'
Is it?
character. We're
Yeah.
not even in
I
debt.
don't remember
He's
how
like,
much it was, but it was more money than I'll ever have.
Yeah.
oh, to get out there?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go
I don't
into
wanna
outer space.
go.
I'm
No,
gonna
no,
save
no.
all my
Good.
United
Space,
miles.
I think it'd be the
and
coolest thing ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you just say you're going to get your? Hang on.
I'm
what
gonna save all of my airline miles going forward for 10 years, and then I'll be able to maybe
Oh.
get a flight.
that might get you into. That's not going to get you out of space. That might.
Not
Just,
to our outer space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you most excited for this weekend, Dan?
I am most excited just to be around the X Games vibe. There's just something about the energy within the people, seeing all the homies, and I think I'm with Liam on this one. I want to see, because I haven't been to see it in person, the quarter pipe.
You've never seen it in
moto.
person.
Not in person, no.
It's insane. That's the only word to describe it.
It's insane,
It's insane.
Yeah.
guys. Liam, you're a legend, dude. Good luck this weekend. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Wrap for us, guys. Good job. Thank you, Liam.
Yeah. Thank
Let's
you
go
guys.
have some extreme fun.